Hey everyone, John here from School of Trade. Today we're taking a look at a wedge failure, or wedge fake break on the highs, turning into a breakdown instead. Now this could also be viewed as somewhat of a trap, with the buyers kind of getting stuck in the move up here, knowing that, they tried buying it when it broke out through the highs up here, and well, they're not looking so good anymore. So all of the buyers that bought up there now are feeling trapped, right? That's exactly the definition of a trap. They got suckered into a move and now they're stuck with it holding the bag. So they need to try to get out. And if they don't, you're going to see this move faster and faster until it finally goes into somewhat of an exhaustive move where it just blows off through the lows as all of the buyers that are up here get out of the move knowing that they were wrong. Just give me the loss and get me out of the trade. So essentially what I'm looking for here is an entry short. We're in short at 36.92 and I'm looking for that move to come back down to an area that just kind of makes sense to see price come back to. The big pullback point right here before we made that next move up makes a lot of sense to see the buyers want to re-enter down here, right? Buyers really don't want to buy this far up. They want a better price. And what better price than around about halfway back at the earlier swing low that they formed before that big move up? It makes perfect sense to see buying pressure coming back in that area. So around this low down here is going to be the primary objective. Now we do have levels of support in the way of that. The first one being 63. So I'm going to go to 64 ahead of that level and take everything off there. So beautiful risk reward potential on the trade and a lot of downside movement afterward. I mean, you could easily see this slide back to the low day, but just seeing this common ground where the buyers are likely to defend their earlier positions, they'll probably start buying it around this area. It may try to trigger underneath that low, and just kind of fiddle around there for a little while before going back up, but definitely this area is going to be the area of support. So I'm looking to take all of my targets off at 36.64 for the downside move. Everything looks really nice. We have this ascending wedge working. They tried breaking high, they failed, and now they're breaking lower. And a lot of times if you come off of a failure on one side, it's going to go pretty far in the other as these people realize more and more that they're wrong, and it causes a run through down to the lows. So we're in short at 92, looking for 64. Bears pushing aggressively down, pushing into our target, and then we get the target fill down at 64. Beautiful move lower, cancel the stop there. And this is exactly what we were talking about. This is the type of move that the more and more the buyers realize they're wrong, the more and more they're going to exit instead of trying to get out at a smaller stop. And that's what causes this big just smash lower. You can see every single one of these candles got bigger than the last, and that's because more and more people are exiting, and it causes somewhat of a parabolic move all the way down. Now, we are nearing this area of buying support. It's anticipated that buyers will want to re-enter in this area, both for defending their earlier positions that they bought down in this area on the pullback, but along with that, it's an area that if they are still long from that move higher, and they missed getting profit off up at the highs here, they're going to buy more just to add on because the risk essentially stays the same, right? So this is definitely an area that we want to be taking profit in, and that's exactly what we did. Beautiful move down, gorgeous failure on the highs into a breakout to the downside, and that led into a fantastic ride lower. So that's going to do it for me. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com, and as always, we'll catch you next time.